And in the short-term money of just like that, I started realizing the money that I'd save on, I'm going to go on, basically let me tell you this, I'm going on for 90 days. I'm about to go on a journey that is exciting and scary to me. I'm going to basically get rid of everything that I can identify as a potential vice. By vice, I mean an external short-term addiction or source of entertainment. So for the next 90 days, I'm saying no TV, no girls, no sex, no... And I'm not doing those things because I think they're bad. I'm not doing those things because I think they're bad for me. I'm doing those things because I'm just curious what would happen if I immersed myself in a world of my possibilities. And I'm not even thinking of it as no girls or no any of that kind of stuff. I'm thinking of it as yes potential, yes creating, yes. And I wonder if after 90 days of that, if I will change the conditioning of who I am, if I will have realizations that help me to stay in that authentic place. And I'm so curious what will happen. Now, we've already done a 90, my buddy Diego and I are doing this, and we've already done a 90-day thing before. For 90 days we ate only raw food. It was the greatest thing I've ever done, because for 90 days I just ate only, by raw I mean like food out of a garden, stuff that only Whole Foods sells, organic, healthy food. And my body was so happy. I mean, I was just energy for 90 days. If I seem tired now, it's because I had 2 weeks off and was allowed to eat whatever, but I didn't want it. I mean, bad now was like a few sips of coffee and a little, you know, a bite here or there of bread or whatever. But I definitely am going right back on that, because I notice now that I really want it. My body wants that energy. I'm seeing a lot of potential, and I'm seeing a lot of things that come of this. And when I started the 90 days of no cooked food, everyone I know was like, "Oh my God, how can you do that with pizza? And how can you? I could never give up donuts, and I could never." And it was so fascinating to think. First of all, of course you could, and that's not true. And you also don't realize the benefits that'll come if you do. You're just focused on the loss of a few seconds of biting into a donut. But also, after 50, 60, 70 days, you don't even have that addiction anymore. You don't even crave the taste of donuts. You've literally stripped it from yourself. So when people say I couldn't do that, they don't realize that I think they think that how they feel right now will be how they feel on day 89. And then on day 90, they'll go right back into the donuts. But the truth is, you change what you're addicted to. And I have been so lucky to be handed a lot of things. So it's made me very spoiled. I've had an amazing life, but I want to experience something deeper and not have those same things that are available pop up. Because the more we get comfortable, the more we have stuff available, the more we tend to party, and the less potential we reach. But the more we find an authentic self, the more balanced things get. That it makes everything all line up. If you get to this place where you're connected to that, I believe coincidentally, the weight drops off and gets really good, and the house gets clean, and it's all the same. It's all tied in. And you're not reaching for something outside of you to be happy, to fulfill you. So today is day one of me not only not doing all those things. The only thing we'll be doing is food-wise, by the way, is eating raw food, and I'm just drinking water. And I can have smoothies or whatever. But I'm having Udo's oil on this one every day. I'm gonna have Udo's oil and a lot of, which is an oil that has like omega-3s and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be having powder, like you know, the little super green powder that goes in the water. I'm gonna work out every day. I just finished P90X, and I'm gonna start Insanity, which is supposedly crazier than P90X. And then I'm going to be just for 14 hours a day just creating. And all these things, I was thinking like a date, for instance. You know, I spend 50 to 100 bucks on a date. Well, if you add that up for 90 days, it's $90,000. It's $45,000 to $90,000, actually. Wouldn't it be? No, that couldn't be. 9,000. 90 times 10 is 900. Times 100 is 9,000. Okay. So it's $9,000. Just plus all the other little Starbucks and all the little extra things that I spend my money on that I don't need to. But then if I took that and I put it into the principal of my mortgage, then the interest payments that are on that 9,000 would become lower. So really that 9,000 is like 20 or 30,000, something like that. But then also on top of that, I could put that into the principal on the house, or that money that I save will start to make my principal of my house get low enough to where I could refinance it, and that suddenly makes that money like $70,000 or $80,000. And then with the extra time I have, I'll be creating new stuff, so I'll be making more money. So I could pay off the house right away. And then I could, with that, put a down payment on another house and put a renter in this one and start making passive income. And what if half that passive income went towards a charity? Went towards Habitat for Humanity or Clean Water Association, one of those things. Like, the potential we have, and because people sometimes might hear that and go, well, I don't want unlimited money, blah, blah, blah. Great, but what if you had this sense of purpose? What if you did this stuff? So I'm curious if the little habits that have kept me the same have stopped me from doing a lot more. And if they have, I forgive myself for that, and I now start a new journey. But I heard a quote that said, to have what you've never had, you have to do what you've never done. And so this next 90 days, I'm going to be focusing on meeting tons of new people, working on creating with new minds, being around people that have immersed themselves in possibilities, creating constantly, putting out new content, developing, marketing, like cleaning, working out, and that's it. Just those kind of things. Not sitting and watching a movie. I know that if I do this as far as dating's concerned, I'll be at a better place to be a much better person on a date versus just like being on a date and not knowing, and then like, you know, just I want to be centered and know who I am, and that's what this journey is about. So that's the journey I'm going on. There's definitely nothing in me telling anybody they need to do it. This is just for me, and I'm going to document what I discover and just post it on the life blogs, and people can just watch it for entertainment or not watch it, or take what they want with it. It's my journey, and any revelation I have will be shared, and you can click on it and click on it in here and use it, or you cannot. And I'll talk every day for the next 90 days about what I'm doing and what I'm discovering, and I'm just curious what'll happen. I just got to try it, because if I don't, I'll look back at it and go, I wish I had. And I think the worst thing we do is we say, I should do this. Because if there's something in you screaming, God, I should be a comic, or I should be a blah, 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 or I could be a musician, or I should have, whatever, should basically to me means I won't. Whenever I say I should do that, that means I won't. That's like an excuse to not. You have the comfort of knowing that you should. So why do it? So I'm actually doing it. And I'm doing it with my buddy Diego. He's going to do it too. And we'll see what happens. So this could be a really amazing journey. And I'm looking forward to talking about it daily with you. So yeah, thanks for watching this. And welcome to day 1 of my life blog on January 10th, 2011. Yeah.